How could a sommelier help us learn and appreciate wine? Stay tuned. Welcome to this week's episode. I have a special treat for you. You know, so many of you have asked, what is a sommelier and what do they do? Well, I reached out to Vince.wine and he has his own YouTube channel. He's been a great supporter of ours and I've been on his channel and he's been on ours. He's a certified sommelier. What better person to ask? So he's going to go through and sort of demystify some of what they do and how you could use them to help you learn more about wine, everything from when you go to a restaurant to when you're trying to decide what kind of wine you like. Perfect. And you know what? He has some great expertise advice on if you ever want to become a sommelier. Wow. Let's see what Vince has to say about what a sommelier is and what do they do.
You know, I think there's a lot of sort of celebrity around the title of sommelier, and certainly there's a lot of training and mastering that goes into becoming a sommelier. There are a few levels of sommelier. You've got sort of an introductory level where you don't necessarily receive a title. Then you have certified, which is what I am, basically a level that certifies you as a wine expert. Above that is an advanced level sommelier, which is a really prestigious level, and it certifies that you sort of have dedicated and committed your life and training to both the service side of sommelier and the knowledge side. There's just a level of depth there that is unparalleled in the wine world. And then finally, there's master sommelier. And of course, they are sort of the rock stars of the somm world. There are less than 200 master sommeliers in the world. 10 of them are in Vegas. And these guys are like unparalleled wine experts. They can taste a wine without knowing anything about it and tell you everything from the vineyard, vintage, hot weather, cold weather, maybe even down to the producer. I mean, they can give you every last detail in a wine, and their mental library of wines from all around the world mean they can do that with a wine from any time or place. Really, really impressive. The whole reason why sommeliers exist is to do that service role. It shouldn't just be considered a title, it is a service. Sommeliers are there to connect you with a wine that you will love. So what should it look like interacting with a sommelier? Well, it should be really, really easy and helpful. It is a service. It's just like going to a mechanic, right? Like you would go to a mechanic trusting their expert opinion about your car because that's their expertise. Or going to IT support when you need help on a computer. That is what a somm does. They are supposed to be the expert at your fingertips to help you connect with wine. So if you're in a restaurant and you're looking at a menu that looks as thick as a phone book and you just don't know what you're supposed to do with that, it looks like some foreign language to you, certainly asking for the sommelier should not be an intimidating experience. They're there just to connect you with wine. Simple questions. They may ask you like, hey, how can I help you? What are you looking for today? So how do you answer that if you don't even know what you're looking for? Well, if you follow my channel, I've got a saying, which is drink what you like. You gotta drink what you like. So if you like sweet wines, if you like only whites, if you like only reds, or if you want to try something new, let your sommelier know that and they're gonna narrow in some suggestions for you. Another thing you could do is maybe you've got an idea of what you're gonna eat for dinner. Maybe you're having Italian food. Well, odds are an Italian wine is gonna go pretty well with that. And the somm is gonna help you find just that perfect pairing. That's their job. All right, I'll go back to my first rule for that, which is definitely drink what you like. But probably my next most important rule would be don't be afraid to try new things. One of the best things that you can do is drink with somebody who knows a lot about wine, because in that way you're drinking with somebody who can teach you. When someone goes raspberries, blackberries, leather, and you're kind of looking at them like, really? They can help connect you with what they mean by that. They can talk to you about what's meant by the words terroir and other fancy terms like that. That's how I learn, and that's how I still learn, is by drinking with knowledgeable people so that I can sort of soak up some of that expertise. And another great thing you could do is watch channels like The Wine Guide. He is here to help guide you through the world of wine. You can check out my channel, Vince.wine. It's your source for wine edutainment and a plethora of resources online. There are classes you can take, there's so much you can do, and I really encourage you to do that because the more that you learn about wine, the more it expands your world and you can appreciate it. It's just like art. I know nothing about art other than the fact that I think it's pretty, but I'm sure that if I really took the time to learn about it, there'd be so much more that I could appreciate about it. Well, first and foremost, if you're aspiring to work toward a wine career, I think you need to figure out what is it that you're looking to do. As a sommelier, your goal is to work in the industry, in the restaurant, in front of people, putting a wine list together, connecting your guests with wines that they will love. But if you're more on the side of just wine knowledge, maybe you want to write wine books and articles, I would recommend programs like the WSET, which is meant more for an academic approach to wine. But otherwise, there are programs and classes that you can take within the court of master sommeliers that'll help you move towards that sommelier title if you're interested. And yes, it's a lot of work. It's gonna take a lot of self-study and a lot of commitment and dedication, but what could be more rewarding than finding a career in something that you're passionate about and love? So if you are truly a lover of wine, I absolutely recommend making your passion your career. It's worked out pretty well for me. All right, Wine Guide, I know that was a quick crash course on what a sommelier even is, but I hope you've gotten some value out of this today. Thanks again so much for having me on your channel. And as I say, I'm Vince.Wine. Until next time, drink safe and drink well. Back to you, Drew.
Thank you so much, Vince. I knew you do a great job demystifying what a sommelier is and what they do. And you have such a great channel. So please check out Vince.Wine. He's known for making wine edutainment and he makes it so fun. So please check out his channel. He's been a great help to us and we sure appreciate it. If you'd like to know more about the WSET, which Vince mentioned, I'm actually a level 2 certified WSET, which is the Wine and Spirits Education Trust based out of London, England. And I'll put a link to the website. They actually have 4 levels now. If you're interested in becoming everything from an enthusiast like I am, or you're maybe thinking about like Vince did, that you maybe want to get into the business a little bit more and share your passion of wine as part of a career. So I'll put that link in there and I hope you enjoy it. And wow, isn't it nice to learn that actually the sommeliers are there to help us? So thank you so much again, Vince. Well, everyone, thank you for sharing our channel with your friends and family and coworkers, and I look forward to seeing you in another episode very soon. Stay well, and cheers.